Good morning. Duncan McFarlane. Hope I got that right. I want to talk to you, buddy. I know you're watching. Don't be moving your chair back. I know what you're thinking. You ain't bailing, okay? I'm going to talk to you about something. This is serious, man. We got a mutual buddy there, Mike Hill, y'all. He needs his exhaust fixed. I ain't sure you got that Austin Martin out of there yet. But I'll tell you what I'll do so we can help him. I know them Austin Martins are tricky. I've never seen one, but I know a little bit about them by just what I've read and other people have said. Uh, but you might need some help. You want me to come over and help you finish that up? I can do that. I'll do that for you. Or at least I'm big enough to help you push it out so we can get that exhaust done. You know, you're probably tired of working on it anyway. Okay, I'm just teasing you, buddy. Duncan, I know you don't leave comments. I know you watch. I just wanted to say hello in my own way, okay? And I'm glad you're here. I really am. Mikey, thumbs up, buddy. You do it every time. I love it. Dan Worley, this is a nice saw, and I'll tell you what I'm looking at. Yeah, it's got your normal little scratches and things you normally see on them. These are older, you know. Uh, they're the same thing as the 372. They're just a smaller bore. They're a 48 millimeter. Uh, there isn't any wear. There's none. I know an old man had it. I know that for a fact, and I know that he just bebopped around with it, and one thing another caught a little wood and stuff. Wasn't never logged with, but I was really surprised how clean this saw was. If some one of you guys are looking for the 48 millimeter piston and cylinder for a 365 special, this is a special. Okay, this is a very good takeoff. For the price of the postage, I'll just mail it to you. Okay, I'll never use it. It's But once in a while you get somebody. They run good. They're strong. They had nice transfers. Really, I mean, you can see there, nice right here's the transfers on each side. I mean, it's they're a nice saw, and they're plenty strong. They really are. I mean, obviously, you know, I wouldn't bother porting it or anything unless, of course, I can't say that. About the time I say, well, that'll never happen, then it does, but that's what it is. I have the preliminary port work done for this saw. We're going from 48 to 52 millimeter bore on this, okay? This is what we're doing. And we're going in it with dome piston and base gasket delete. Normal port job. Makes a good strong saw. It's reliable. Starts good. This one's got a Zama carburetor on it. I'm going to try that. God, I've used them before in the past. I didn't even know they had them on Husqvarna's, but apparently they do. And I liked them quite well. If it works, we're going to use it. Otherwise, we'll just put a HD carb on it. You know, a Tilson. Or, I mean, a Walboro there. And so that's enough about that. Hey, look what I found you, buddy. Dan. That's it. That's the correct sticker for the saw. Goes right there. Yep. I like stickers. I know you do too. Put this up where I don't get it hurt. And I should have this done probably Monday. I'm gonna guess. And then I'm gonna start Yank Doodle saw. I got another little personal project for a good friend of mine. I'm slipping in there that I've been trying to get to, and it'll take me about a half a day, and we're gonna do it. And I've got two saws here over the weekend, probably sometime Saturday evening or something, that are local guys that they said they weren't in a hurry. Well, that's probably good. I've had them 2 months. You guys are in front of the class. Love it. What do you do? You know? I want to tell you something. You need to stop over and see Kenzie at BioCountry Power Saws, especially if you like the bigger Johnson Red, the older ones, the Dolmars, and the Makitas. He's been building them. He got a hold of me there a while ago, and back and forth we went, and he wanted to know some tricks on porting and one thing and the other. So I taught him a few things, and the guy's got a brilliant mind. He has an analytical mind, and you should see his John thread in big oak. Now, when you get a big oak that's been down a year or two, that's dry. Well, that compresses and gets hard, and it's rough cut. And this thing's got to be all 5 foot thick. You got to see that video. I promise you, it'll get you freaking excited. And he's learned my method of porting. There's many methods out there. I'm not saying anything good or bad about none of them. I do what works for me, and that's the way it is. You guys out there that port saws, even if you got your own channel, you want to stop in and say, hey, I got no secrets, man. You want to know something, how I do something? That's fine. If you don't want to share your secrets, I don't care. I'll talk to you anyway. I'm glad all of you out there, you know. It makes me feel good. I wouldn't want to do this all alone anyways, you know. But, yeah, Bio Country Power Saws, Kenzie. He's a wealth of information. If you want to know interchangeability or years, makes, or models on just about anything, this guy's around 30, you know, a young guy. He does research like you'd never believe. I go to him. That's really how we started talking. I wanted to know the interchangeability of something. And I asked Bucket, and Bucket says, well, you need to get a hold of this Kenzie. Give me his number. I did. And, oh, my God, the kid, he blew me right away. I call him a kid. He's a man, you know. He got a family. He got a little baby girl. Cute little baby girl. But he has some, like a history of Mac and history of pulling chainsaws. He's done massive research when he did them. And he's got others, too. You'll like his videos. I'll tell you, I love listening to him talk. You know, he's up from Louisiana. They talk nice and slow. And, you know, it's like they got to think about what they're going to say and shoot. He just he rolls out nice and slow. Up here in the north, we tend to speak a little faster. I think it's because it gets so damn cold here in the winter that we got to get a spit out and clam our lips so we don't freeze to death or something. I don't know. It's just the way it is. But, yeah, go over and see him. You'll like what he does. He even does a little pulling stuff, I think. But you'd have to ask. If you have a saw question about interchangeability or some odd man out stuff, you need to talk to him. Because if he can't get you the answer or doesn't know the answer, there isn't an answer, okay? That's the way he is. Enough about that. And Duncan, glad you're here, buddy. Duncan McFarlane. Mikey Yo-Yo, you're a kick, man. Son of Liberty. I love everything in there. Yank Doodle, great to see you in here. Your saw's next after this one. I think I got everything waiting on one little part, but that's not going to slow me up none, so away we go with that. I want to show you something way cool. People send you stuff sometimes, and they know I'm going to take my little hut here, and this was supposed to be a storage room for my air compressor room for my shop. Here, look where I'm doing with it. And yeah, we're gonna get it done, get the map up. I promise. Daryl Van Hammer Slammer sent me these. He sent me 2 plates. Now I want you to think about driving that vehicle in 1929 down to the Carolinas when there wasn't really roads. And that's something. I love that. Here's another one. This is even better. 23. What the heck would they have just 1 horse instead of 2 on them ones? What was it? I don't even think they had a darn cab on them or nothing. Man, I'll tell you, that was some brave souls. But isn't that something? I thought that was righteous. Stuff like this really is a hit with me. It really is. Because I like that old stuff too. Okay. A few of you wanted to know a story that is hard for me to tell. I'm going to tell you one. And I'm going to tell you as truthful as I possibly can. Sometimes the truth is stranger than a lie. I'm going to tell you how I've seen it. And I think at some point 2 other guys who worked on the same job, if I can get them around, I'll have them tell their same version of their end of the story. I mentioned over in Woodhall, New York, I did a log job. It was where there was an Indian village. It was maple, 4 foot through. Some of it was 5. It was monstrous. That's where I found these right here. These grabs. I found 5 sets of the darn things. These are blacksmith made. I know I showed them before. But what you did is you spiked in on one side and the other with a maul, and of course you can tell where you hooked to the horse or horses, whatever. But these would have been smaller log grabs, which is a little surprising in this set. And I've got some of the real big. And anyway, so we get this maple job, and I had it on contract, and I was trying to keep guys busy and stuff. And we've been cutting a lot of oak, and so I had it on contract. All of a sudden, maple went nuts. Oh my God, the price went like crazy, especially for the high end stuff. This was definitely high end. That wood was dark. There was nothing growing anywhere. The trees were about 40 feet apart, maybe 30 sometimes. And it was laid as perfect as anything you ever seen. Monster. When you looked up and the clouds were going over, it made you dizzy. You just about wanted to reel backwards. I'd never seen maple this big around in my life, and never have since either. And so I get in there and get cutting. We got a skidder operator. I ain't gonna tell you the names because I haven't asked if it's okay yet, but at some point we probably will. And so I get in there and I'm cutting. I'm going along good, and we started about 5:36. They start to skidder up and make sure things good, fill it and grease it and one thing. Then I just walked in the woods, started cutting, and I was cutting with a 66 mag, and I was using a 36-inch bar, and I was crying because it was too little, and that's a rare thing for me. And but we was cutting them down, and like I said, this is a dark woods. There wasn't there was nothing growing in there. There was no little tiny brush or new trees. It was a closed canopy, and boy, them trees would land with a mighty crash. Well, there was a little ridge off to the side, and I kept seeing somebody moving in the shadows. And I'm going along and I'm cutting, and I'm starting to get a little nervous because once in a while you'll get a black bear that'll come out and get curious. Well, they get closer and closer. I don't like that. And I've had it happen. And they say they won't hurt you, but something that's bigger than me, it's got canine teeth. No. I ain't shutting myself off. You know what I'm talking about. And so I'm watching, and all of a sudden a tree fell. At the same time that tree fell, I heard the last end of a shout. And it was loud. It was like booming. It was like everywhere. It was a shout. It's like, wow, I never heard a tree do that. I went to the next tree, and the same thing happened again. The same, because they shake the earth when they're that heavy. And I heard a shout, and you could look, and right off to the side, you could just see a glimpse of somebody standing there. And I caught out of the corner of my eye, and I'm going to tell you, I swear to God, it was an old damn Indian. And he was pissed. And he had something to say to me. It was like he was from another dimension or something. He wasn't ghost-like. He wasn't nothing like that. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I'm the kind of man, if I don't see it with my own eyes, I don't believe it. I can hear all the stories in the world. There's things to this world we don't know about and don't understand yet. And this is one of them for me. And I'm going along okay. I'm about 3/4 of the way through the day. Skidder operator says, all right, going over there, not where you are. I says, why? He says, the old man over there yelling at me. He said, I ain't going in there. He says, you got to go over there and talk to him, straighten that out. It ain't no old man. So I got thinking, I says, well, I'll go get that hitch over there. There's that one little area. Well, come to find out there was a ceremonial cave there. And we don't have caves here because we got sandstones, And what it was just a cut in the rock that the Indians had removed loose rock, and they had a cover over it. It went back in pretty good little ways. Well, white people at some point had took mauls up there and busted most of the roof off and stuff, but you still found little pieces of pottery and Indian arrowheads and little shards where they'd been napping and one thing and another all over the place. Well, anyways, he says, I ain't going over there, so I'd run a skidder over there, and I'm going to tell you what, I didn't hear it, but he told me he heard that shout again, and it was booming, like in that dark woods. Now there's got to be a natural explanation for that. There really does. Uh, but I'm gonna tell you what we seen and heard. I know that if you think you heard or seen something, your mind makes the rest of it up. I understand that, but it was a little more than that. Well, so I got my landing guy out there. So get on that skidder. I says I want this guy, other guy out here bucking logs or high grade. He said okay, no problem at all. And I marked him in the woods, and so he went. He didn't go even an hour, and he said I don't like this woods, and he was a little more brave. He says this is spooky in here. And I'm gonna tell you what, we seen a lot of things like that in them woods. We was there probably 2 months, yeah, getting that timber out. It was horrible. But what was so neat, you could see a path through the fields where the Indians had wore it down, and they had a stone bridge across this little small ravine. It was probably 40 feet deep, 60 foot wide. And they're not masons. What they was doing just carrying stones over and dropping them in until it formed a pyramid, so that they had about a 5 foot path across top of it. That's still there. What's left of that cave is still there. And what's interesting is you could see where they planted, because things were kind of terraced, and you could see the areas where their longhouses were built and stuff. 'Cause that's what they built here. They built a framework out of wood and had bark and straw, hay, pine, boughs, whatever, and they had generally one or two fires, one on each end, and everybody kind of was in their own little commune in that thing. It was big area. I found a stone axe over there. It's a little short one. It was really cool, and I found an extremely large arrowhead. It's not a spearhead, but it's an arrowhead. And I had a fellow from Syracuse University, archaeologist, seen that, and he told me that there's nothing been like that ever found in this area, but he knew that the flint it was made from came from near Buffalo. Well, we're 90 something miles from Buffalo. They had quite a trade going on around here in the Seven Nations. This is Iroquois Nation, And but I thought I'd share that with you, and you can think I'm a kook, but I ain't gonna lie to you about what we seen and heard. And I'm sure there's other people seen and heard probably worse than I have, but that's my one experience. And if you want to know the truth, I don't care to have that again. And one thing, boy, last day the frickin' subs blew up there. Buckin gave me a shout out there along with Dominant. That was really nice, Buckin. Thanks, buddy. What a great bunch of people you are. I thank all of you for being here. I got caught up on some of the comments. I hope you know that. You probably did. And I'm going to catch up on more. We got good things coming in the future. So looking forward to Bucking Stock. I wish all of you could be there. I know you can't. But if you're thinking about it and you think you can't, I want you there, okay? I want to talk to you. I want to visit with all of you. This is about bucking, but I want my little piece of the corner where that I can just get off and hide somewhere on a picnic bench or something, just visit with some of you, That's what I want, And I'm looking forward to meeting Bucking in person. He's a hell of a guy. He's changed my life, I'll tell you that right now. I couldn't be here without him. And I'm going to tell you, I could not. You might think I could, but no, I could not. So he's wanting to change the world, make it a better place. He's made mine, and I know he's made yours too. Thank you very much.